Have you ever been on a long road trip, gazing out the window when you notice something strange? High above the highway, strung along massive power lines, are brightly colored spheres. They look like giant, out-of-place Christmas ornaments. Maybe you thought they were weather sensors, or perhaps you assumed they were heavy weights, carefully designed to keep the cables from blowing in the wind. But the truth is far more important. Those mysterious spheres aren't measuring the weather, and they aren't weighing the wires down. They are life-saving devices with a surprisingly fascinating history. Without them, the skies would be a much more dangerous place. Welcome to Simple Things Surprising Histories. Today we are answering the classic road trip question. What exactly are those colorful spheres on power lines for? To understand why these spheres exist, you have to change your perspective. Imagine you're not in a car, but in the cockpit of a low-flying helicopter, a crop duster, or a medical evacuation plane. From the ground, power lines stand out clearly against the sky, but from above, looking down at high speeds, those thick steel cables create a deadly optical illusion. They become practically invisible. The gray metal blends perfectly into the background of dark forests, mountain ranges, or muddy rivers. For a pilot flying at low altitudes, hitting a power line is a catastrophic hazard. That's where these spheres come in. Officially, they are called aerial marker balls. Their sole purpose is to act as bright, high-visibility stop signs in the sky. They scream to pilots, "Warning, there is a wire here." You will almost always find them in areas where aircraft fly low, near airports, deep valleys, or major highway crossings. But how did they get there? The history of the marker ball leads us to a surprisingly specific moment in the early 1970s. Winthrop Rockefeller, the governor of Arkansas at the time, was approaching an airport in an airplane. Looking out the window during descent, he was suddenly terrified to see high-voltage power lines flashing dangerously close to his aircraft. He realized, from the sky, they were completely hidden. Shaken by the close call, Rockefeller immediately gave his director of aeronautics a strict order: find a way to make those wires visible to pilots. The problem was handed to Jack Rutledge, a man who ran a fiberglass boat-building plant in Little Rock. Using durable, lightweight materials, Rutledge designed a brightly colored sphere that could clamp securely onto the wires without damaging them or slipping in heavy winds. His simple invention was an instant success. There's another surprising secret about these spheres: their massive size. From your car window hundreds of feet below, they look like they might be the size of a bowling ball. But that's an optical illusion. Up close, these markers are huge. Mandated by the Federal Aviation Administration, they're often up to 36 inches across, that's 3 feet in diameter, and they can weigh up to 17 pounds each. They're painted in highly specific, high-contrast colors like aviation orange, white, or yellow, ensuring they stand out perfectly against nature's blues and greens. And installing them is nothing short of thrilling. Because power lines are often suspended over rugged terrain or wide rivers, these marker balls are routinely installed by highly trained linemen riding on the outside of hovering helicopters. So the next time you're on a road trip and spot those giant orange beads strung across the sky, you'll know exactly what they are. They aren't a mystery. They're a brilliant, simple solution keeping our skies safe. If you enjoyed this surprising slice of history, please hit that like button, share the video with a curious friend, and subscribe to Simple Things Surprising Histories for more fascinating stories hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching.